Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson at New Lodge. Saints have gone down to a 3-2 National League South defeat to high-flying Billericay Town. It's a match that had it all in. We went 2-0 up, we looked to be coasting, we lost our heads, back to 2-2 by half-time, and in the end I think we'd have taken 3-2.
I'm disappointed we didn't get something out of it, David, because even with 10 men I thought we'd be the better side. Yeah, they're going to have lots of possession, but I think we created 3 or 4 really good chances with 10 men. They never really opened us up. They had 1 or 2 chances, scored again. All 3 goals for them have come from set pieces, so they've not opened us up at all in open play. So, you know, I'm standing here very, very proud of the football club in terms of the performance we put on today, very proud of the players. And disappointed we've not come away with 3 points, and that's disappointing when the amount of the goals we've conceded. So again we have to go away and work on that and work hard on that. But as I say, a lack of discipline probably for 5 minutes cost us in the end, and you can't go down to 10 men after, what was it, 30 minutes, 35 minutes and expect to come away from here with anything in terms of a point or even 3 points. But I thought we deserved something out of the game even with 10 men.
It's a remarkable start to the game. We went 1-0 up. But before then, we'd had 3 good chances already.
Yeah, and that's the difference, is that, you know, we should have been 2-0 up in the first 6 minutes. We then went 2-0 up and could have been 3-0. As I say, it could have been 5-0 at one stage. We always knew they were going to have a spell. It was just disappointing how we reacted after the first goal and how we reacted after the second goal. I felt we allowed them back into the game, but you know, we've had enough chances to win a game of football today. And if you look at the story over the season, really, Eastbourne, even Hampton, 2 spells there, we had opportunities, Hungerford, we've had opportunities. But the pleasing thing today, we're still creating opportunities, the players are still working extremely hard, and we have to take it on the chin again. It's a defeat, which is hard to take, but as I said earlier, I was immensely proud of the football club today and the players that put a shift in. 1 or 2 players I felt let us down, and you know, I'll deal with that in a week.
Attacking wise, that's probably as big a threat as we've been all season. And you say we could have had more, we hit the post in the second half when it got really exciting. But sending off had changed it right on half-time, or just before they got their second goal after the first one. We've had a look on the video. It's difficult to see what happened, isn't it?
Well, all I can say is I've seen their centre-half's eye, and that looks quite serious to me. So something obviously happened in there. The referee, if you look at the highlights, is standing literally 2 yards away. Yeah, I mean, they've scored the goal. The centre-half wants to get the ball back to the centre circle quickly. Why don't you let him have it? Because what's he going to do? It's our centre, so we can take as long as we like. So I don't understand why we're holding on to the ball. Let the centre-half have it. He can run it back to the centre circle, and we can just walk up there as slow as we like and take our centre. So why we're trying to get involved in something like that, straight crazy. But listen, there's 3 or 4 things, you know, in the second half. There was a lot of people holding on the ball, kicking balls away, and the referee did nothing about that. So, you know, perhaps, you know, when you look at it again, he could have just blown his whistle, settled it all down, and then maybe whatever Harold's done, it's happened. Something must have happened, whether it was a fist, an elbow, a head, or what, I don't know. I spoke to the referee. He said that it might have been accidental, but there was still a collision, which led to a second yellow for Harold, and obviously he's had to leave the pitch, which was silly, because at 2-0 we just need to be disciplined, see the game out to half-time. They're going to have their spell in the second half, and then we've got to just keep... The way we was attacking and the way the 2 forwards was causing them lots of problems. You know, there was more than 2 goals in it for us today, and at times they couldn't handle our pace and our movement, and as I say, because it left us with 10 men, we've had to sacrifice in terms of a bit of shape, but we still created 3 or 4 really good chances in the second half, and we could have got something out of it with a little bit of luck.
Yeah, you're right though, we did make them look a bit shaky at the back in both halves. At half-time, what were you looking for that second half?
Just to see what we could do. I mean, we set up slightly. I don't think we were negative, because I went and played 3 out front second half. So with David Moyo, Ralston Gabriel, and Sam Merson. So you know, we could have set up and played a 4-4-1, but I played more of a 4-2-3 because I felt our front 3 were going to create chances, which they did. As I say, it's just disappointing because their 6 has gone over somebody's leg again. He's been doing it for 10 years now, and I've just looked at it on the video, and it's not an intended tackle. It goes over very quickly, rides the situation. You know, I was a legend at it in my own time. I used to get penalty after penalty when I was playing. So referees sometimes have to take stock of certain people in certain areas, and I've looked at the first free kick you've just shown me, and I've looked at the second free kick you've just shown me, and both of them he's left his leg in there to get the foul, which they've then executed really well because they've obviously got to put the ball in the back of the net. So we have to learn from things like that. You have to learn about certain players, do certain things at certain times, but we have to be bigger than that. But sometimes you've got to expect officials to understand what certain players do in certain games. And I spoke to 2 managers this week who both said to me, watch the people going down very easy in and around the box, and that's what they've done again today. But you know, the referee's not been strong enough to handle that, and we've been punished for that.
It's four games without a win now, but as you said on Saturday, you saw a big improvement there, and you saw an improvement again today. So there's positive signs in there.
There's lots of positives. As I said, you know, Rome was never built in a day, and we were changing a lot of what we did from last season. But we've got to still keep believing in what we're trying to do. You know, we're getting some really good players into the football club now, and they're only going to get better. Pre-season for me, and I keep saying it. You know, you're looking to unearth a gem, but we had too many players in pre-season. We were looking at lots of average, and in the end, you know, they've probably not been good enough, and we had too many games. And you're hoping you're going to earth 1 or 2 from all the trialists you bring in, but in the end, we've not been good enough in the trialists that we brought in. We've gone back to what we know, but you know, hopefully we can bring at least 1 in this week, which we hopefully have secured by Thursday. And then we'll have to look at the rest of the squad. That, you know, have we got a squad that's going to be good enough? At the moment, the squad's not good enough because we keep losing games of football. So we have to do something about that. We've conceded too many goals. I think 15 goals now in 7 games. That's too many. So we have to defend better, and we have to do things slightly better and different than what we've done for the last 7 games. But for me, as I said, you know, I think we've scored 13 goals now. So there's positives in what we're trying to do, but there's some negatives in terms of some of the other stuff because we've not been good enough in some of them areas. But as I say, disappointing now. I'm really disappointed because I felt at 2-0 we should go on and win the game, and our lack of discipline has let us down in the end.
When we were given the team sheets, Tom Bender's name was on there. Come kick-off time, he'd been replaced by James Sage.
Unfortunately, he went over on his ankle in the warm-up. As I say, 3:15, we've had to make some changes. James has come in and did a good job for us there in terms of nullifying their strengths. But unfortunately, and the one thing, you can't name another sub on the bench, so we had four subs today. So it left us a little bit short, but I mean, I felt James come in and did a good job. And as I say, we've been undone by 3 free kicks today, 3 set pieces, 1 on Saturday, 4 set pieces. That's not good enough. We need to defend better than that. So we need to go and get some people in who want to defend and want to defend for their life, and make sure we keep keeping clean sheets. Because I think if we can do that, going forward, we've got players that could really cause some damage in this league because they've got pace, they've got movement. There's a great understanding between what they're doing and what they're not doing. And as you see today, we've scored 2 unbelievable goals and could have had 3 or 4. You know, with a little bit more composure, but that'll only come, as I've said all along, with Ralston. You know, he's jumped up 2 leagues, but he's got 5 goals now in 7 games, and he missed the Oxford game in terms of on the bench. So, you know, and he'll only get better as the season unravels because he needs to use to playing at this level and needs to use to get you the pace of the game. And I felt in the end we had 10 men and they were out on their feet in the end. I think they were pleased to see the final whistle where I felt we were getting stronger. The long throw was causing them problems. Zane's shot, he said it's hit someone's hand. The referee said, well, he couldn't get out of the way, but well, there you go. So they're the things that we have to put up with today. But as I say, I feel a bit disappointed at the moment in terms of the result, but immensely proud of the football club and the players today because I thought they were outstanding.
You mentioned the clean sheet there and the 15 goals we've conceded. We've got to get that average per game down if we are to make progress, haven't we? We
will do, and as I say, there'll be some progress made this week. I won't let you know now, but by Thursday we'll have a centre-half at the football club. So the centre-halves are at the football club now under immense pressure. The goalie's got to start coming to the table. He's got to start coming to the table quickly, as he's going to be sitting in the stands or be sitting on the bench. So I can make them statements now because I've just seen too many goals go in. So there's some people needs to come to the table very, very quickly. And if they don't, we have to look at it because I can't keep conceding goals week in, week out, because it's not good enough, and it just drains your confidence in the end. And the players that are playing well then get dragged down in terms of their confidence level. So, you know, there's 3 or 4 out there today have to really look at their performance, have to start performing, have to start coming to the table. Otherwise, you know, we're going to still be doing this in 3 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time, 5 weeks' time, David, and still having the same competition. We've lost 3-2 and been played well and got beat 3-2 because we conceded 3 goals. So that's not good enough.
What do you make of the setup here, Ian? It's changed a fair bit down the years.
I have to say, you hear lots of stuff going on in terms of how the club's being run and what's going on behind the scenes. But I have to say, this place has come on absolutely a bundle. It's a proper football club. It's got a proper atmosphere. And all I can say from when I came here probably 5 years ago, this place is a different place to what it was 5 years ago. It's professionally run. It's very good in terms of the stands and seating and the way it's been organised. And you know, I can only say what I've seen, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Obviously, there's lots of problems on and off the pitch in terms of some of the things that are happening, but that's their problem. They have to deal with that. But from a football side of it, this club has come a long way from where I was 5 years ago.
And just a quick word, this coming Saturday, home to Dartford. They haven't made quite the start people expected them to.
No, they've had a change of personnel in terms of the manager, and I know they've had a change of personnel in 1 or 2 players left and went somewhere else. So, as I say, it's going to be difficult. There's no easy games in this league, is it? We have to just keep working extremely hard, and as I said there, we have to nullify our mistakes. We've had too many mistakes in the 7 games we've had. We have to keep working at what we're trying to do. But and you said it earlier, David. There's lots of positives in what we've had today, but we need to make sure that's working week in, week out, week in, week out. And we have to get rid of the negatives in terms of the goals we're conceding, and we have to defend better on set pieces. And as I said, 4 goals in 2 games now from set pieces, all from set pieces, isn't good enough, and we have to improve in them areas.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian. So we go again on Saturday, that's the 1st of September, when visitors to Clarence Park are Dartford, National League South. Kick-off is at 3 p.m.